Okay, so I'm going to share in this video the mystery caller that claimed to know who killed John and exactly how he was killed. John O'Keefe in the Karen Reed case. It irks me that that piece of information has been hidden, so I'm going to talk about that piece of information. I did mention it in my video from yesterday. I was late last night, so it was kind of a long video though, so if people don't like long videos, you probably didn't hear it. So, you know, they have no idea. Nobody knows what I'm talking about. Mystery caller, what are you talking about? See, also I'm saying, no one in the media is talking about. So back in September 27, 2023, a website called Boston, which is, I believe, just a Boston website or media reporter or whatever, local events, went and did a story on how the whole theory about the third-party culprit came about. And everybody's like, oh, Karen's torso, now she comes up with third party. So, you know, so anyways, actually, according to what they said, and of course it's probably not allowed to be discussed because of the third-party culprit is not at this time going to be allowed to discuss in this trial, and probably never, based on the way this judge is acting. So the third-party culprit theory came about by a mystery caller who was using a fake name. He was what her lawyer called tipster. So he decided to call that person back. Now, we don't know he recorded that call. I don't know if Massachusetts is a state. There's what's called two-party and one-party. So basically, if you're a one-party state, which about 85% of this country is a one-party state, meaning as long as you're a party to the conversation, you can record the conversation without the other party knowing. But there are a few two-party states, so that would mean that if Massachusetts is a two-party state, then he would have to tell the caller that he was recording it. But most attorneys, like something legal like that, I'm sure he probably recorded it in case the guy changed his positions and denies it later. But the fact that he was using a fake name, so we just need more about that story. But according to her lawyer, there was a guy who left a tip, and he said, listen, Karen Reed is innocent, and I know who killed him and how. Now, how this person knows who killed him and how, I don't know, because it ain't allowed to be discussed, but it was in the Boston article. You can go and look that up, September 27, 2023. So he claims, you know, two specific persons, you know, killed him and then dumped his body in the yard, and then, you know, they tried to, that he wouldn't come to or whatever, and so that's what they did. Now, I don't know how he found out who he was because he's using a fake name. But the guy, the mystery caller, has a lawyer. So if he has a lawyer, then, you know, it had to have been mentioned somewhere, somehow or another. But he retracted. He claims, he denies her lawyer's version of the conversation. So that's where I'm like, I want to know about that conversation. Was it recorded? Okay, who is this person? And I guess he was probably scared. He's using a fake name to begin with. Was he just some troll, or was he scared? Who is the mystery caller? But it was definitely a guy. He, according to what they described, had a gravelly voice. It could have been like trying to disguise his voice. Who is the mystery caller who claims to know who killed John? Why is the media not discussing that mystery caller? They mentioned it. That was the only place of all the things that I have read or heard or seen that had ever mentioned a mystery caller claiming to know who killed John O'Keefe. I'm like, if I was that family of the victim, why wouldn't they want to know more about that mystery caller? Like, this lawyer could lose his license if he just made that up, right? So, did he record it? Okay, is he not allowed to discuss that? There's so many things that's being discussed on sidebars when he's trying to get stuff entered. But I want to hear more about that mystery caller. And I think the people should demand to know who that mystery caller is. So anyways, when I discuss and I mention the mystery caller, that's what I'm referring to. There is, in fact, a mystery caller who did claim. And it wasn't Karen Reed and it wasn't her lawyers who started the theory about a third-party culprit. That did not come from them. That came from the mystery caller. So I think people should start discussing that and trying to demand to know who that person is. Because I think the public has a right to know.